Welcome back. Every year, about 10 million new cases of dementia are reported. 8 different types of dementia are often clumped together, but each presents differently, and the course of illness can vary greatly for each type in different people.
We'll dive right into the subtypes, but stay tuned to the end to find out why dementia changed its name and how modern science is changing the way we detect dementia and cutting-edge tests on the horizon.
First up, Alzheimer's disease is the most common type of dementia, accounting for 60 to 80% of cases. It typically manifests with progressive memory loss, confusion, disorientation, and difficulties with language and decision-making. It happens when clumps of amyloid plaques and twisted fibers called neurofibrillary tangles build up in the brain. This buildup damages and kills brain cells. Amyloid is a type of protein that can clump together and form abnormal deposits in the body, especially in the brain.
Vascular dementia is the second most common type of dementia, accounting for around 10 to 20% of cases. It happens when there isn't enough blood flowing to the brain, which can cause problems with thinking, planning, and making decisions. It is often associated with stroke or other conditions that affect blood vessels supplying the brain.
Lewy body dementia is the third most common type, accounting for approximately 5 to 10% of cases. It makes you have trouble thinking clearly. You may have hallucinations, which is seeing things that aren't there. Commonly, people with this subtype have changing alertness levels and problems moving, like people with Parkinson's disease and disordered sleep. It is characterized by the presence of Lewy bodies, which are abnormal protein deposits in the brain.
Frontotemporal dementia is present in 5 to 10% of cases. It primarily affects the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain, leading to changes in behavior, personality, and language abilities. It includes behavioral variant and aphasic variants.
Parkinson's disease dementia can be present in around 30 to 50% of individuals with Parkinson's disease. It usually presents later as Parkinson's disease progresses. It is characterized by declining memory, difficulties focusing, and difficulty making decisions. It is associated with Lewy bodies similar to those found in Lewy body dementia.
The sixth subtype is mixed dementia, which happens when someone has more than one type of dementia at the same time. The most common mix is Alzheimer's disease combined with vascular dementia. About 1 in 10 people with dementia have mixed dementia. Other mixes can include Alzheimer's disease with dementia caused by Lewy bodies.
Huntington's disease is a rare genetic disorder, accounting for less than 1% of dementia. It involves progressive cognitive decline, along with movement disorder, psychiatric symptoms, and behavioral changes. It is caused by a genetic mutation leading to degeneration primarily in the basal ganglia and cortex of the brain.
The final type is Creutzfeldt-Jakob Disease, CJD, an extremely rare prion disease accounting for a very small percentage of dementia cases. It manifests with rapid impaired brain function, causing changes in memory, personality, and behavior, and abnormal movements, particularly difficulty with coordinating movements, ataxia. It is caused by the misfolding of prion proteins in the brain, leading to neuronal death and spongiform changes. There is no current treatment for this.
It's not dementia. In 2013, the DSM-5 was published by the American Psychiatric Association. Dementia was replaced by Neurocognitive Disorder because the rough translation of dementia from the Latin roots is loss of mind. Neurocognitive combines 2 words, neuro, which relates to the brain and nervous system, and cognitive, which relates to mental processes like thinking and memory. So, neurocognitive refers to how our brain processes information and makes sense of the world around us.
When we talk about neurocognitive disorders, we're referring to conditions where something goes wrong with these brain functions. This can lead to problems with memory, thinking clearly, making decisions, and other mental abilities that we use every day. Neurocognitive disorders are conditions where a person's ability to think clearly and remember things gets worse over time compared to how they used to be. These disorders gradually get worse and affect different aspects of thinking, like memory, problem solving, language skills, and how well they can judge where objects are around them.
There have certainly been major advances in detecting neurocognitive disorders, and we no longer have to wait till autopsy to figure it out.
Biomarkers are like signals in the body that doctors can measure to understand what's happening inside. They can be found in fluids like blood or through scans of the brain. These biomarkers help doctors diagnose dementia and see changes in the brain before symptoms get worse. For a long time, the only sure way to diagnose dementia was after someone died. But now, tests can show these biomarkers while a person is still alive. Doctors use different types of biomarkers to help figure out if someone might have Alzheimer's or another type of dementia. These include brain scans like CT, MRI, and PT scans, which show how the brain is working and if there are any problems. Other biomarkers come from testing cerebrospinal fluid, fluid around the brain and spine, or blood, looking for proteins or genes that might point to dementia.
These tests aren't always available at every doctor's office and may be more common in research. They're important for learning more about dementia, finding better treatments, and someday, using them more widely to help diagnose and treat people with dementia earlier.
Thanks for tuning in. Do like and subscribe if you find this information useful. Coming up soon, I will delve into the latest treatments used to manage neurocognitive disorder, from mild to severe disease.